Welcome back, everyone. All right, so in this episode, we're going to be checking out the Fruitful Alliance on the Wa'aki tribe at Okaki Koiki, which is right over here. We did find this island in the last episode, so we're going to finish exploring it. And then we're going to get going. All right.
I said no to talk. The drowned barrows are closed.
An elderly dwarf folds her arms, her disapproving frown warping the tattoos that encircle her face. Just gotta go back to this screen.
If you want to join your son, you can offer yourself to Nemnock next season.
What's going on? I should just keep on listening.
Our elders crossed the land bridge to protect their children. You disgrace their memory, feeding our young to the mountain Anik.
Auburn-bearded dwarf waves towards an imposing peak on the horizon, its cliff face shaped like a leering skull.
Nemnock will release my son, or perish.
Utters the words in a hate-filled whisper that causes Ankh to hiss her teeth. Keep on listening.
Kali served the tribe. You should live by his example and stop speaking foolishness.
I lived a full life in the shadow of the barrows. Kali deserves the same.
If you reject Nemnock's accord, then you are truly lost. May Kali find peace in the embrace of the Mighty One.
And it grips her teeth and marches across the settlement, turning her gaze to linger on the distant outline of the mountain.
You know, Palagina, I never realized how much I missed your company.
You just miss having someone stand in front of you when Isumir insults half the people in a room.
She won't try to touch your feathers again. That's for certain.
In case you guys don't know, that is his alter ego kind of thing. It's got split personality syndrome going on. But more accurately, he's got his previous lives during the wheel has had an imprint on him. And it kind of came out because he had an abusive father. And so there's some similarities to the real world where trauma can kind of cause this type of situation to happen. So far in this game, they're nothing more than just that reference right there to that. Alright, Hungry Dog. We'll grab that. We will also talk to Tekok.
Ink must have leaked through Anik's skull if she thinks I'll stand idly by.
Alright, Teko mutters to himself as he presses a fine chisel to the scales of his armor, engraving runes, one laborious curve at a time. Lean in for a better look at the engravings. The runes are in Nazik language, at least half of which spell out a litany of violent and colorful curses. The chisel goes askew and draws a harsh line across iron. Tekok eyes twitch.
There goes the rest of my day. What do you want, Outlander?
Sparing you a glance, Tekok begins to furiously buff the metal with the edge of his fist. What was the argument about? Interesting set of armor you got there.
Junvik tradition. The names of friends and foes are engraved on its hide.
He bangs on his chest and grins.
Been with the tribe for generations. Good armor remembers.
This is a handsome village.
We work hard to keep it that way.
Sighs and glance to each of the brick huts.
Too hard at times.
Alright, what's the argument
Our
about?
chieftain offered my Kali to the drowned barrows.
And spits at the armor and rubs the ardor at the chisel.
Accepted him. An honor to some, a tragedy to me.
Sighs and wipes his brow at the back of his hand. What's Nemnock?
God of the island, a great terror of a being, but kind to us when we follow the rules.
So there's smaller gods in this game? He shakes his chisel at the stone idol in the corner of the
A
safe.
false god, you mean?
He's not perfect, but he's our god, lass.
Sighs up at the
His
idol.
likeness is the most any of us have seen. We only meet his ogre minions who guard the isle. The children we send, they face him in the mountain.
That's fucked up. The children. This Nemnock lives in the drown. I've heard nothing about a new god. This might bear a closer look.
Nemnock sure takes like a god. He demands readers, scribes, anyone handy with ink and quill. My colleague had the misfortune to be born clever.
That guy grimaces himself.
Did you say you'd go to the Mountain of Power? Would you find my boy while you're there?
He pauses his words.
We send other tithes to the mountain as well. Gold, gems, items of power, if such things interest you.
He waits to clear his throat. I'll look out for Callie when I'm there. Yeah.
My thanks, Outlander. I have no cause to expect help, but I'll take it where I can. Next time it'll be Nemnock who pays.
Chooses lower lip. Alright. Now we got this one other person over here.
Outsider, you come for food?
Yes.
As
so
you
what do
wish.
Alright, we're gonna just sell our crap here really fast. Or try to do really fast. Weather Mage Grimoire. Interesting. Alright, and then that's fine. Nature's Embrace. Alright, what is this? Chance to grant the wearer and nearby allies woodkin when the wearer is critically hit. All seasons, burn armor rating and freeze armor rating. What the hell is wood cannon? Creates a thick layer of bark over allies in the area affected, affording them an armor rating bonus to pierce, burn, and stock. That's pretty cool. And it might be what I want. Let's see what it got here. Be shoddy with the Constitution. Or it'd be this one. I think I know which one I'm gonna sell. Okay, so
Okay.
Just say the word.
Outsider, you come for as you wish.
let's sell those. Doesn't really do a lot. Max health, sure, but we'll drop one of those. You know, that's crap. And this one's crap. And where is the other one? Armor piercing / armor. That's not that great. Stride and survival. It's not that great. Stride and survival again. Alright. And Constitution, I'm going to keep that extra one just in case, but we're going to trade there. And equip the new belt, though it looks like it didn't happen. Where did the belt go? Did it do that thing where it puts in the personal inventory for absolutely no reason? It did. I 100% don't understand the purpose of personal inventory. Doesn't seem to do jack shit. I figured, like, oh yeah, you can swap it out, call some action, you know, items or time if you're in battle.
Leave it to me.
But
just say the word. Not a problem.
right, good there. The air feels slightly warm around the carved figure. Might be the fire. Alright, we're gonna talk to Anik. Muttering in prayer, the tattooed chieftain scoffs palmfuls of sand into a stout mound. She leans forward and bows bows on the mound hard enough to scatter it in the breeze. The smile spreads on her face as the breeze carries her
I
due north.
offer amends for the slight of Tatok, great one. A gift of breath and wind for his wasted words.
Opens her arms and calls out to the northern horizon. Finally, she dusts off her palm and turns to you.
Speak up, unless you're just resting your sea legs.
Wizen eyebrow nods. You and Tikar are arguing about Callie. What's a tribe of Boreal dwarves doing in the Deadfire?
Thriving, my outlander friend.
She lips apart, showing a strong
The
teeth.
elders of my youth told stories of those who crossed the sea by a great land bridge. Now, I tell them to my children. The gods opened a path for us, and we trudged forward, spurred by inviting whispers carried over the horizon.
Not stars on the
We
north.
followed prophecy until we found mighty Nemnock, who gives us safety, security, and a future.
Interesting. Study her face tattoos. Ink outlines a complex maze of her jaw to her brow. You get a light dizzy just from peering closer. Enoch smiles as she takes
When
note
I
of your
was
interest.
born, the Holy Woman told my mother these markings would bring me luck. So far, they bring only more questions. But is that not the nature of faith?
You and Tech are arguing
Kali
about Teki.
joined mighty Nemnok in the drowned barrows, against the wishes of his infidel father.
Folds her arms, glances over her shoulder.
Nemnok does Kali great honor. Tatok is a fool to think otherwise.
I hear Nemnok is your god.
Nemnok is the god of this island and patron of our tribe.
And then crosses arms to her
Nemnok
chest.
gives life and safety to all Junvik. To feed the barrows with sacrifice is to feed our prosperity.
Why did Nemnok take your tribesmen?
It is not for me to question the will of a god, nor is it any business of yours.
First her brow and pins you with a warning
Kali
glance.
was blessed to be taken. May we all be as clever and beloved as he.
Earlier you mentioned something about Nemnok's accord.
In exchange for our obedience to Nemnok's laws, the Mighty One guarantees our safety and plenty.
Clasps her hand over her heart and bows to the north.
One day, all of the Deadfire will accept Nemnok's accord.
Back to other
Speak on then.
questions. Sparrow. Orphan dog.
Consider it done.
Nothing over here. Why isn't...
Yeah, not a problem.
Why is she encumbered or something? Cannot rog? Slog zone? Alright, I'm gonna craft some food. Incredible. Very positive. Let's see. Glazed chops. For moral. Plus that. Right. Yeah, let's do one of those. Incredible food. Crusted swordfish. Always make these. Two of those. These wraps. Special. Corpse leaf, no. Seafood stew. Okay. Explosives. Frost bomb. Ooh. Like that. Lightning bomb. I also like that. Sparkle cracker. Unstable soul essence. Ah, I should have done that one. Explosion charge. That sounds cool too. Alright. Potion of fearsome brute. Transform for 13 seconds. Sure, liquids hold power. Great and terrible metamorphosis. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, let's all defenses minus dexterity. Boom. I guess I'll give you the egg. And let's see. It's like might, power level, diplomacy, constitution, might, healing. Received is kind of good, I guess. Hearty breakfast. Yeah, I'll just give this to you two. Hopefully that removes whatever the hell is going on with Pelagina. No, she's still cannot run. Slog zone. I gotta look this up, hold on. Alright, so this isn't really good news, but apparently it's a common bug. And basically what they're suggesting is that I go into a slog zone and it'll correct itself. What the hell? So if there's water I can trudge through, Pelagina will fix herself. Mountain commands the northern horizon, its cliff face, likeness of a rotted skull. Scavenger birds circle high above it, peak in a morbid halo. As you approach the base of the mountain, beating the drums, reverence for the skull's gaping mouth and vacant eyesight. Step through the mouth to climb up to the eyes. Pitted rocks offer enough hand and footholds to climb as the bridge of the nose. The reverend of drums shakes free an occasional pebble. You climb to the left eye. I don't know why I want to do that one, but make your way to the edge of the orbital socket. A sharp drop leads down to the cavity of the skull. Lights twinkle in the shadows below, voices echo up from the unseen source. It would take the right tools or an actual fall to take your way down. Okay. Jump into the eye, climb your way down, secure. Anchoring a rope, and you lower yourself down to the caverns below. As you pause, you survey the surroundings, the oppressive beating of drums throbs in your ear.
Air is straight from one of my nightmares.
Damn it, man.
What's this? I already told those Aeton clods we're at capacity for scribes and acolytes. Those incessant drums have beaten our guards senseless.
A robed acolyte curls his lip and advances on you with the look of frank appraisal.
We aren't accepting new recruits. Now go! Our progress wallows as you degrade the left eye with your presence.
Next a shooing gesture. Sorry, I'm new here. Should I be in the right eye?
I tell you exactly where to go. This mountain has no rear end. Only
Oh,
Nemnok's chosen are allowed here. And we're all full up. I should kill you for even glimpsing this sanctum uninvited.
you don't sound like you're even thinking about it, to be honest. Thumbs his chin, ways the matter. Nemnak is the god of this place, right?
God of the mountain and God of the tribe.
Never
We have
says.
the honor to serve as his scribes, researchers, and translators. The Aeton just make sure our work is swift and efficient.
Why does Nemnak need scribes?
That should be obvious. Nemnok loves nothing above arcane scrolls and wizard grimoires, but the Mighty One cannot be bothered to pore over every document. So we labor to make the work easier. He is, shall we say, immune to literacy.
Illiterate? Please destroy
And
this.
who exactly put him in charge?
Nemnok takes power, Elf. He came from humble beginnings, where not a favor was granted him.
Looking
The
Cali.
new boy. Nemnok fawns over him in the lower sanctum.
What the fuck? Grimaces towards that
Only
bit.
acolytes, ogres, and Naga go down there, and any of them would chew you to pieces.
It's none of your affair if I get myself killed on the way down. Sure, diplomacy, I guess.
A glimmer of reason pokes through that dense fog.
Raises
Of course,
brows.
it's not my call to make, and you won't get to Nemnok unless you deal with the Death Warden first.
Death
You
Warden.
know, Aetons. The big ones, yeah?
Besides having a gesture
One
straight
of our
hallway.
resident Aetons carries a wardstone, which opens the way to Nemnok's realm past the gates of death.
Gates of Death. I'm sensing a theme.
A lot of dead means a lot of souls.
There goes her lantern.
Life
eagerly.
and death are Nemnok's domain, or haven't you heard?
Sighs through his nose and shakes his
Not
head.
even the greenest acolytes come this poorly equipped to deal with Nemnok's magnificence.
And got any more says, can you just talk to this word for me? Keep an eye out for the Death Warden then. I haven't got any word
Then
stones.
make haste to the Death Warden, imbecile. Believe me that the Warden has more unspent aggression than those infernal drums can absorb.
Don't mind if I fight my way to Nemnak. You've been, if not pleasant, helpful.
If it removes you from my sight, the Death Warden patrols the sinus of
Such
our
a
fair
dick.
skull. That's our central level if you aren't keen on anatomy.
Okay. What is this place?
From this hallowed sanctum, mighty Nemnok protects the Junvik people, with more benevolence than my former tribe deserves, if you ask me.
Alright, punch him in the gut. What happens? Crumbles under the force of the blow, the wind pushing out of his lungs in a forceful woof. When he looks up at you, his eyes are wide and red-rimmed. Acolyte, what is injured? The inner membranes of Kelly's eyes flit out and back as she observes Canuck with the interest of someone watching paint dry.
I don't normally condone beating people up who can't defend themselves, but in this case, I'll make an exception.
What? What was that for?
You've been insufferable ever since I got here. You needed it. I needed it. I really did.
As I suspected.
Yes.
You're no different from any Deadfire tribal. I shall be the bigger man. Put this behind me.
It's too bad you can't do it twice.
I give it 5 minutes before the Aetons squash you into mush.
That's funny.
But thankfully, it's no concern of mine.
Taps to James and shrugs as he walks off. Alright.
Already on.
Oops, don't steal. More like. Let's see what's over here. Someone has painstakingly annotated these scrolls of arcane lore with pronunciation guides. That one's not stealing. God damn it.
Consider it done.
Oh, that's a tough one. We're gonna go back out of there. God damn it, Pollard, yeah. I don't understand, because I don't remember her having this issue when we got here, so... you have to go back through here. That's interesting. And lame. I'm hoping there's water. I really am. Speak with body in chat. Cheat in.
That symbol. It looks like a variant of the leaden key's insignia.
As you near a post with the curious symbol painted on it, Ella lays a hand on your arm to stop you.
This is a prudent time for me to explain something.
Licks his lip, considering the next words. Can we do this later?
I'm afraid not.
He looks meaningfully from your back to the painted post and Angwithian Tower.
I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge.
Right.
As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various animancy operations in the region.
Mm-hmm. Thought you were looking at for a particularly increased group.
Yes, and how better to draw them out. Animancy is a subject of particular interest to the Leaden Key. Through it, I hope to pick up the trail.
Spark of pleasure gleams in his eyes. Smart.
Merely a first step.
Still his ears redden.
After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition.
Go on.
It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure.
Claps his hand behind his back and then begins pacing.
That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been. To think I could undo the Leaden Key without understanding how it works.
How the Leaden Key works. How would you learn that?
I found references to an ancient Leaden Key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible.
Which doesn't make sense, because it should have been from Old Valia, where it started. That would have been the oldest.
And they appear to have been working independently, without direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia.
It just doesn't make any sense, because, like... I thought Theos is older than 2 millennia anyways. Then he gaze turns back to the ruined Angwithian Tower and canoes behind it.
Whoever lives here, they've obviously been here a very long time.
Looks at the post with strange painted symbol.
And that looks strangely like the Leaden Key insignia, but twisted somehow.
Probably with the red stuff. Cocks his head as if to examine it further.
Please, let's look around.
Alright, painting on the post resembles the symbol used by the Leaden Key. See if I can walk through that. A young woman steps up to the edge of the cliff and peers down wearing a amused grin. She fingers the curve of the long hunting bow.
You went into the jungle for animal hides, I say, and found yourself in an empty clearing.
Continue listening.
Akira, silence is wise. You turned around and retraced your steps back to your ship, where it was safe.
She picks up a hunting bow and knocks an arrow pointing it in your direction. You're her man, I'm ready. My weapon's in charge. Look, I just want to talk. Can we talk?
Not if you cannot listen.
With a side, she points the arrow to the
If
ground.
you came to blunt my teeth with chatter, try to keep it short.
Alright. What is this place? No. Bring an offer of alliance from Queen Onikaza II. Her bearings abruptly straightens as she regards you anew, taking you in from head
We
to toe.
remember the old compact with the Nekataka Queen. Do you have her treaty words?
Your line there is no passphrase. Accursed Koki, Deadfire prevails. Over crumbling mountains, across bladed seas.
Akira, the queen must be desperate to send you. Rasare will be expecting you inside.
She gestures to one of the cliffside guards to lower the lift.
Seeing as you've earned your way up from nuisance to guest, find me if you feel like trading.
Holds her arms and strolls away from the cliffside. So everyone in the tribe seems to... Well, not necessarily, but... Just taking it. Stealing everything, because nobody's about.
Consider it done.
What is this? Rocky outcrop covering the face of the cliffside. You make out the shape of stone ruins situated high above. The terrain offers an abundance of hand footholds, though the limb, like the climb alone, would exact a heavy effort of strain. Scouting for a secure passage would help to mitigate the risk of the have someone study the cliff. Success. Okay. You note the crevice, which would otherwise have proven a useful foot on journey up, some to a bulbous and pulsating nest of wasp. Higher still, the prominent ledge stands out as an intimidating asset. You note no other dangers of significance. Climb up. The Eldarian taking foot on obvious dangers. You narrowly avoid the crevice supporting the wasp nest and continue your ascent. You come upon the ledge that commands the cliffside. That crabbing looks like it would support an adult's weight, though it would take a nimble outdoorsman to plot a safe course. Send someone up to scout for a safe route. I'm going to go with this one. Partial success, because that I was injured. And then for some clip, pain and exertion, grateful to find yourself on stable ground. I really don't want to travel across the Deadfire Archipelago to...
Already on it.
Bowl is full of bursting with ripe koki. It looks as if the Rosarian attendants stack it regardless to keep pace with the runner's appetite. Place the blighted fruit at the top of the pile. What the fuck would I get blighted koki fruit? Examine the fruits. What? Speak with the chieftain. What did I get? Infested koki. Huh. Wait a second. So, no, I don't want to poison them. I don't think. Broad-shouldered woman on the throne lifts her gaze to meet yours. White face paint adds a grimace aspect to her stoic demeanor. Smoldering braziers fill the air with oppressed heat, but she sits at
Her
ease.
face paint. You don't suppose...
Brazier turns her gaze to Loth, who quickly falls silent. She returns her
You
focus
are
on
the
you.
outsider who dealt with Capea, but you do not take the front entrance. I am the Ranga of this tribe, and will not hesitate to send your soul through Tangaloa's maw if you threaten my people.
Steals her fingers and watches you every move. Is the tribe spirit so eroded that even the Ranga forget hospitality? Well, that's a fine greeting. I wager Tangaloa's maw is nicer than these ruins at least. Oh, a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Ranga. Yeah, let's do 3. Her eyes widen as if she's been slapped. Speechless, Rosari steeples her fingers to the
Akira
rock.
it has. Outsiders fill the archipelago, and enemies surround us.
You have the gift of our hospitality during this audience. Do not abuse it.
Studious looking man at the Ranga's side scrutinizes
When
you.
will our hospitality be returned?
Trump being a mystic, consults a palm full of ruins. Ranga silences him with a look. Sitting forward on her seat, she opens her fist to reveal plump koki fruit. She takes a deep and thoughtful bite.
The loss of Mbeta has soured me to outsiders, I say. The Queen sent you to remind us we are vassals. Is that all?
She sits the koki down on the armrest and opens her palm, inviting you to speak. Queen Ogi proposes an alliance with the Wakike. The Wakiki seem on edge for some reason. The Sanguithian ruins make for a cozy hideout. Do you recognize the name Theos or Len Key? What's the significance of face paint? Okay, first one.
Queen. I am thinking you are very free with this meaningless outsider word. Foreigners hold the islands upside down, shaking them to loosen their riches. Onikaza gives them comfort. Akira, these are not the actions of a queen.
You don't think she's biding her time? You don't think she's biding her time? The queen wants to be an imperial power again. She can't succeed without you. You expect her to make a stand against Raitawi and the valiant republics alone. She hasn't convinced you, then let me try. I don't think she's been biding her. You don't think she's been biding her time?
Bah! Then she never should have let the foreigners take a step onto Deadfire soil. You think the queen is cunning, but she is on the brink of losing her power.
Maybe both? Makes a digested, sweeping emotion overhand. You're falling for the same trap that foreigners use, assuming that she's weak on the basis of appearance. She opens her mouth to speak against you, but stops herself.
The Kahanka queen shows her belly so that the enemy will overlook her claws.
She nods to herself.
This is a worthy tactic. Valia and Rawatai are foolish enough to fall for it.
It is dangerous to make such a gamble with my people. We are more accustomed to these games than you.
Akira, you are as blind as your countrymen.
She lips feel back.
Before I agreed to Onikaza's terms, I must deal with a pest of my own. Not as large as the trading companies, but nearly as vicious. You are knowing that the purchase of foreign slaves is allowed in the Deadfire?
Shattering. Shadow falls over her turned eyes as she lowers her brow. Familiar with the practice. Sanctioned as long as the tribes aren't touched.
A treaty as frail as old parchment, I say. To buy and sell kith is the work of monsters. These slavers hunt the waters around Oreo Kuiki. Like cowards, they shy away from the deeper jungle.
In spite of Rossari's hearty gulf, not a trace of humor reaches their eyes.
They steal my people from their fishing boats and sell them like pigs at auction. Where is Onikaza to stop them?
Raise their arms and search left and right.
Someone must teach them the meaning of Wahaki vengeance, I say.
You're talking about CRISPR? I already dealt with them.
Could this be true?
Glances at her attendants. Bruce consults his bones, his brow raised, and nods
What
to the queen.
say? If those parasites drew their final breaths, I would hear of it.
Master Kaiwa is dead. His business is finished.
While Onikaza plays at diplomacy, we are the spear in the guts of our enemies. I have come to expect troubling news from outsiders. Today is no different, but at least you bring me a tale for my grandchildren.
As yourself, Razir looks up and down, weighing something unspoken.
Rawatayan warships circle Crookspur, and the cries of bondage carry across the waves like the song of injured gulls.
The Road Deadfire has plans for Crookspur. Alright. You left Crookspur leaderless. You had to expect someone to occupy the vacancy. She chews inside her cheeks and holds her
Tell
eyes.
Onikaza that the Wahaki accept her authority.
Oh shit.
If the time comes when she needs to show foreigners the breadth of her power, we will be there. The hospitality of the Wahaki is yours. Respect our ways, and cause no trouble.
Most unusual lantern. What?
Come no closer, outsider.
Read her soul. Oh, here we go. You reach into her soul, chasing the spark of recognition. You feel hundreds of bursts from depths within her, forming and disappearing like bubbles in boiling water. You sit past them all, focusing your overwhelmed sense of the memory of a strange, foreign man. When at last you seize it, you find yourself in the very same throne room, but the condition of the palette, of the place, and the memory of your host suggest that this is many, many hundreds of years ago, if not more. You seated on the dais, a man is brought before you, dressed in stifling black robes. He reminds you of a corpse dressed for a funeral. He reminds you of something else too, but one of the ediments leans in and interrupts the thought before you can follow it. She tells you that this man you asked to see, that his people have been harassing yours. He calls himself Theos. Explain yourself, stranger. Okay, so I guess Theos was not thousands of years ago. He gives you a smile that sets your teeth on edge.
Your Excellency, I come to warn your people. Your presence among these ruins is an affront to the gods.
Okay.
You must remove yourself, lest you face the gods' wrath.
Indeed, the man is even more great a fool than you have been told. The gods surely take their time. We have lived here for 200 years, and they yet to raise an objection.
The timeline of the gods is not for mortals to understand. But even their patience shall wear thin, especially after this warning.
Sorry, you certainly feel your patience wearing thin. Who is he, this foreigner, to send your people into the halls and homes? Or who is he to tell you people and the survivors about the wrath of the gods? What ungrateful guest evicts his host? Our ancestors built this place a century ago, so we will not leave. For a moment, his unctuous facade melts away. He blinks at you and his attendants. You get the impression his response was surprising.
Your people cling tightly to their history.
His jaw is tight as he speaks. He swallows hard as if gulping something unpleasant.
But where are these designs among your arts? Where is the carved Adra in your wooden huts? These places were not built by the Huana, but by an ancient people from a distant land.
You knew he was a fool, but now you suspect he is a dangerous one. His words are a lie, but like the very best lies, they contain a shadow of truth. Everyone knows foreigners once lived among the people as guests, but they had not been seen in 200 years. What prickles the back of your neck is a question of how he might know this, and why he brings it to you. The murals in these places, stories that ancestors tell it differently. Theos, how would you, foreigner, know our history better than our own grandfather?
I have seen your murals, and I know that you will recognize this.
It produces a helm with 2 horn-like protrusions and a mask attached. He is correct. You do recognize it. The guard and attendants gasp. The man Theos smiles even more proudly.
It was my people who built these places, and now I come before you bearing their warning.
At last, that very much is true. You turn to your guards, seize them. Just a look of surprise appears on Theos' face. The ancient Ranga's memory slips ahead. You are looking at Theos once more. This time, however, he and a score of robed men and women are bound amidst a heap of peat and wood. This time, he is staring at you in disbelieving fury. You have gathered your people and told them that the foreigner before them are the same ones who came to the island centuries ago. And now you people are angry and frightened too, because every Haki remembers the story of how these foreigners abused the hospitality of the Huana hosts. So great is their inequity that the gods destroyed the great city of Kazu, and many others besides it. Okay, so the Theos, Lenki, and Gwithians, they built Ukaizo up on Huana land. And the Huana, yeah, it was abuse. It was very one-sided. So great was inequity that gods destroyed the city. Okay, now, watch now as I wipe their stain from among us. People cheer at their struggles and yells, but his words are drowned out. Let us never forget what this foreigner's a trickster and his people a plague. Hundreds of Wakai stamp their feet and beat the ground with the butt of their spears, steal their skulls and thrashes in protest. From this day forward, we must remain vigilant. We must be vigilant. Let us root out such foreigners and keep our lands pure of his wickedness. Tribe cheers even louder. Younger women, power, all unite in purpose. A change seems to come over Theos. The struggle leaves his body, and the rage pure departs his face. Good, let him accept his end. One of the tents offers you a torch, throw it to the prior. You hurl the torch, flames spread quickly, and the foreigners scream, and the fire advances, all except Theos, who looks back at you with a strange smile of satisfaction. Pull back from the memory, and the gruesome scene evaporates.
Why do you stare so?
Frowns at you. Alright. I'm here to give you a cursory reading. What's the significance of the faceplate? Do you recognize the name Theos or the Latin key?
I know only that they clang and clash like foreign names.
He frowns. Yet somehow, something in her soul sparks like kindling held to a flame. There's an ancient presence here with its own memory. Let's read herself. Richard is so chasing the spark of recognition, you feel hundreds of bursts of destiny. Blah, 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 blah. When you last find yourself in the very same throne. Oh wait, this is the whole thing again. Yeah. Oops.
Why do you stare so?
I came to discuss Slayer problem. Her eyes burn with joy. Rose steps closer and embraces you roughly, clapping your back.
What say? If those parasites drew their final breaths, I would
Master
hear
Kao
it.
is dead. His business is
While
finished.
I have Rawatayan warships circle Crookspur. Akira, so they do. Onekaza will be disappointed to know that the Wahaki will not intercede on her behalf.
I said sweet emotion with the account. We talk about this. Turning around, everybody shares nothing more to say. No, I still got more to say.
Come no closer, outsider.
Oh, what the fuck?
I would pray louder if it kept outsiders away from Oreo Kawiki.
Dogpoo straightens his bearings and looks down his nose at
I
you.
say Ruasare would not like it if I denied you hospitality.
How do you... You know what? Hold on. I'm going to actually go backwards and undo that last bit. Because for a second there, I thought I was at peace with them. And now they just burned me. They burned me! Alright, I'm back. Alright, so I went through everything, and for some reason she hasn't left her... Well, now she's standing up. But anyways, Ingwithir in the ruins makes for a cozy hideout.
Do not speak the name of those who felled mighty Ukaizo. Their spirits are unwelcome.
Narrows her eyes and studies you closely.
We do not hide. We are protecting a way of life that others would trample under their boots.
Just like you trampled Ingwithir in the ruins under your boot.
The trading companies would strip the land that the gods gifted us and unmake the works of our ancestors. There is much to protect in the Deadfire. Too much for any single tribe.
Do you recognize the name Theos, the Leaden Key? What's the significance of your face paint?
The Wahaki show outsiders that we know their deceitful face.
This on the
My
floor.
ancestor knew this face well. She recalled its every hateful curve to the Wahaki histories. We wear the bone-white grimace of our enemies and take power from it. I know only that they clang and clash like foreign names.
Alright, so that's done with. Now, let's talk to... I don't know where the others went. Most unusual lantern. That's not it. Because a construct trembles and rattles as vacant gaze, wandering without purpose, habit, and routine, or something seemingly the only force keeping it upright. Maybe it'll prove useful later. This construct stares at you in silence. Leave.
Back there, with the chieftain. Did you see something?
Oh, Loth has to talk to me.
Yes?
I read an ancient memory in Rosu's soul and found a link to the Leaden Key. You tell a lot about the past life. You glimpse into Rosori's soul, about her long ago meeting with Theos, his warning about the ruins, her decision to execute him, and her mandate to the Waki to defend the territory from outsiders.
Tiberus? That was the same story he told the Glanfathens. At least the Wahaki made him pay for his lie.
Then
Right.
the Wahaki are the painted masks. They've been serving the Leaden Key's interests for 2,000 years without even knowing it.
Oh, working through his
Though not,
implications.
it seems, in the way Theos intended.
Now that's just wrong.
Yeah. Teeth gritted, she shakes her head. What are you thinking of Loth? He's very lucky it worked out. Theos has schemes within schemes. He knows what he's doing. Few plans work out perfectly. Theos got the Waki to help him guard the ruins. That's what matters. They're living in Grithian's ruin. Theos certainly didn't intend that. Theos has schemes within schemes. He knows what he's doing.
From what you described, it certainly didn't seem that way. But I'll concede that Theos was wilier than most.
He at least was perfectly perfect planner and executor in the first game. So I think they added more depth by making him more relatable and human.
Belief is a curious thing.
He crosses his arms, settled back on the balls of his
Once,
feet.
the Wahaki believed they were guarding themselves against the Ingwithins, Theos' people. Yet over time, they became hostile toward all outsiders.
Thoughtful furrow splits his brow. It's a logical extension that they learned from Theos. With all this changing in Deadfire, who knows what they believe in another 300 years? Stories and message change. Theos only had clarity about this because Wudaka reincarnating him whole every time. What is it? What of it?
It's not just that the Wahaki misread Theos' original message. It fundamentally changed them. They went from being a large and well-connected tribe to a much smaller one defined by isolationism.
Worry burrowed into Shadow's creases his face. At this, and this has got you thinking again about the consequences of your intervention. Insight.
You know me too well.
His wry grin doesn't quite bash the air of melancholy.
I've been chasing the Leaden Key, trying to undo the harm they've caused. But what if I'm only making matters worse?
Private agony muffles his voice. His breath catches in his throat. His full weight of his voice hit him.
I be to blame? Have I made a grievous mistake in getting involved?
Through his scars and lines to new for a purpose, you catch a glimpse of the Eloth you knew 5 years ago, scared, alone, desperate for direction. You're responsible for the consequences of your action, deed, intended or otherwise. No, if you don't try at all, you'd be responsible for the harm letting Key continue along. Consider how poorly Theos understood Wakaki. How much less do you understand letting Key? No one can know everything, so we've all got to do our best to get what the resources we have. Theos accomplishes goes, just not the way he originally planned. Your problem is looking for specific immediate results. You don't have to destroy Len Key. Everyone fails apart eventually. You're responsible for the consequences of your action, intended or otherwise. Theos accomplishes goals just the way, I guess this one.
You're right. Perhaps I've been unrealistic in my expectations, but I suppose that doesn't make the effort any less meaningful, does it?
Glad you recovered your purpose. You probably can't do worse than Wifewind's legacy.
Thank you for your rousing show of confidence. The strange thing is, this whole ordeal has given me some sympathy for Theos. Not that I condone his actions, of course. But I can't imagine he thought he'd destroy an entire generation either. Well, not in the beginning, anyway.
Cups his hand, presses his lips together, trying to formulate a thought. When he opens his mouth again, he speaks as if he's choosing his words carefully.
What I mean to say is, he thought he was doing the right thing. Even at the end.
Okay, then his example is cautionary tale. We should learn from it.
A prudent suggestion, at any rate. It will be a relief to move forward. It was always too comfortable to leave the hard decisions to others. To simply follow along. I only wonder now what sort of decision you'll have to make when we finally confront Aethys.
Me too. Make him answer for what he's done. We'll find out when we reach him. No point in guessing. Trust his reason for what he's doing. As long as we can restore what's been damaged, the rest doesn't matter. We'll find out when we reach him.
A reasonable point. Anyway, thank you. This has lifted a great burden from my shoulders.
Alright, let's get going. Storm Speaker. Yeah. What's that? Beastmaster?
Just say the... Leave it to me.
Patrol, I say! Accursed rust bucket! Outsider. Unlike Barapo, I do not use this as a term of offense, I say.
Glad that your pleasant smile.
We do not see many visitors on Oreo Koiki. Those who come, seldom leave.
You said the outsiders don't tend to leave Orikoki?
They come asking our Ranga to show her belly and surrender. Instead, she shows them their guts at the end of a spear.
Grins and makes a thrusting motion with both his hands. What are your thoughts on Wopu?
How he fills our home with the stink of his burnt offerings.
Wrinkles his nose, waves his hands.
Rational mystic burns incense or candles, but Burapo burns koiki, rotten meat, and bundles of hair. Nothing is spared his flame if it appeases the gods.
What's wrong with you, construct?
A valuable lesson about animancy, I say. There is quality and there is cheap, but never both.
Sighs panning out of the pocket to the jungle.
The rust bucket does not follow my instructions and ignores my command words.
I can look at it for you.
I am appreciating the offer, but it is better if I learn how to operate my degraded friend. I would be a poor host if the ironclad thing decided to remove your skin.
Chuckles, but the humor doesn't quite reach his eyes. I've dealt with worse, believe me.
Ikera, I can see that well enough from here. Here, the command words. They do me little good.
Passes you a tattered scroll and shows one construct command scroll. Most of the document is drafted in a careful official hand. Another author appears to have made several hasty additions to our valued customer. On behalf of the dedicated staff of the Segment and Salvage Clearinghouse, we would like to congratulate on your recent purchase of one construct, Salvage Refurbished. Per contract with licensed dealer, Remo Caldera, Salvage Marker, whatever, payment of trade goods and disclosed service has been accepted. You hope you're pleased with the offer. Sincerest regards, Rowan Gajakan, Shipping Quartermaster. Dealer's notes: if any patrol command unreliable, attack command unreliable, guard. See accompanying document for command words functionally highly dependent on pronunciation of the emphasis. Jeez. Okay. Apprentice. This unusual lantern again. Storm speakers, villagers.
Already on.
It's a lot of eggs. It's still, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way over here. Slowly, since Valagina is still waddling.
That mural. That's the same headdress Theos wore.
Definitely looks like it. Mural is quite faded, but still recognizable, a distinct silhouette as Theos.
I would pray louder if it kept outsiders away from Oreo Kawiki.
Burrow straightens his bearings and looks down his nose at you.
I say Ruasare would not like it if I denied you hospitality.
How do you and Tenga get along?
Poorly. He ventures away from our islands and invites the wrath of the gods, I say.
Valku folds his arms and squeezes his shoulders.
May Ungati devour that outsider construct he dragged back with him.
Tengo tells me that you're fond of burnt offerings.
The tribe balances on the edge of ruin, and my burnt offerings appease those who watch over us. Godlessness raised the green man, and the gods will put him back down, I say.
You think Gon's gonna set the final harvest upon us because of Kith's godlessness? Maybe. But ain't no god's gonna stop him.
Rubs his side of her jaw and thought.
Akira, this is why Outlanders do not speak the will of the gods for the tribe.
Crosses his arms and smirks at Shody. Alright, well, we just pissed them off.
Not a problem.
Your copper brazier reeks of ashes and burnt hair. A layer of soot and detritus line the blackened cavity. So I should be able to do something there. Preparing a table of burnt offerings, reeks of spices and gore. Alright, we're gonna go back to try to mess with that construct, and then we're gonna exit, because I don't think there's anything else to do here. Alright, speak the words of Command Scroll. Read the words of the scroll, doubtful of the faded arcane scribbling until a tingle of sensation passes your lips. The construct abruptly hardens its bearings and turns to you standing attention. It seems that the conflicting instructions from too many masters have led to the rapid degradation of this construct's short-term memory. Wipe the construct's memory. Draw the babbling and coherent mess of instructions received over the years. The construct trembles through the procedure. Construct now stands at ease regarding its surrounding with fresher clarity. Order the construct to kill Changara. No. No, it's pretty funny, but no. Alright, let's go to the next thing. Round Belly Man stands at ease before a cluster of hardened fighters, their fists balled and brows furrowed, murmurs of tension discussed slow to a halt as a woman at the head of the crowd steps forward, clutching a spear.
The outsider must leave. Oreo Koiki will not be parceled off and bought with foreign lies.
Why is that? That does not look like a... Yeah, never mind. That face doesn't match the voice. I'll just say that. Shui saw her spear point to gesture in your direction.
Sorry would never let that happen. Where is your confidence in our Ranga?
Take it, there's a problem. Back away slowly. What is that? Take it, there's a problem.
You are the problem. We do not track dirt in our home.
We are no better than the outsiders if our Mataru act like inhospitable savages.
Tower Act. High class of one of
Where is the courtesy and welcome of the Wahaki?
Question cast a ripple of unease over every listener.
If you have such love for outsiders, let this one speak for himself.
This is your attention. Alright, I'm not here to fight. It would be a mistake to start one. Just grimaces at you, but her spear...
If the outsider turns on us, I say I will drag you through Tangaloa's maw with me.
Goes for the...
For all our sakes, may I be proven wrong.
Not just some fighters, she signals
on behalf of those who remember our manners, welcome to Oreo Koiki.
He shies and shakes his head at words before refocusing on you. Is there usually such infighting when outsiders show up? Take it, you and Rosario are paired.
When it strikes Rosary's fancy that we should sleep under one roof, we do so vigorously.
Nice!
Some think I influence her judgment, but they have the wrong of it. My back is too fragile for the weight of authority, I say.
Alright, as you're usually in fighting.
Akira, I say circumstances have made us rough around the edge. Outsiders come with cannons, nets, torches. They do not come to talk.
Why are the Wakage so protective of the land?
We safeguard any land that the trading companies have not stolen out from under Anakaza's throne. The islands will fall if the tribes do not recall our past and Ngati's covenant.
The covenant to protect the islands, the tribes, and the Lumina Audra.
Akira. For this, she gave us the power to shape her domain. If we fail in our charges, the birthright of the Huana disappears. The Wahaki remember this. The Kahanga, they forget.
Why so much concern over
we
the past?
Lost much of ourselves when cataclysm scoured the Deadfire. Somewhere among the islands, there's a place where we... There is Ukaizo.
Right.
A place where the Huana can find themselves again. Ask. I am pleased to be
what
making
can you tell me about
friend.
this chick?
She is our Ranga, and the strength of our tribe. I have never seen her without a mouthful of koiki. Even in battle, she wears a bandolier of a spirited, passionate, and very hungry...
Alright, I can tell you definitely likes her. Alright, Kipawa.
Kira, what now?
I need a place to rest. Know anything about the odd looking cookie? Frowning, she saves the fruit and open palm, poking it gently with the index finger. Rocks back and forth.
Do not eat this.
Smacks the complex, boarding gesture with her hand.
It is infested. The wood-strangling wasp planted its larvae in this kuiki. I will alert the others. Do not eat it unless you want insects to burrow through your windpipe and hollow you out from the inside.
Fuck. Anything I should know about the locals?
Buparo is our mystic. Convinced that the whole fortress will come crumbling down if he doesn't keep to his daily devotions. As for the rest, you're in luck.
Alright, let's do some trades. Want a hat? Ooh, hey. That's cool. Nothing in. Huh. Alright, so that's that. An unusual lantern. Let's do it. Normal NPC guard. Okay. Alright, let's walk down.
Did you notice their face paint?
Oops. All this is from stealing. Shaman, Beastmaster. Lions just doing their thing. Most unusual. Can't turn. I can't even see that person. Root. Okay, so we got this person to talk to.
Keep out of my way, outsider.
Alright, so return to Queen Onikaza. I guess we gotta do that now. It's pretty easy.
Ready when you are.
Get this, man. Come on.
Can do.
Last person you should send is her. Like, she's just... something's wrong with her. Alright, take the lift down to the ground. Motherfucker. So annoying. So annoying. Alright. Is there any water in Nagataka? I don't think there is. Okay. Pause it. I think. No. If we go back there, Sayuka, was there any? No, there's none there. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to pause this recording. I'm going to make my way all the way over here to go to more, to whatever, go through, wade around with Polygona, and hopefully that everything is resolved. Flooded cave. So maybe I want to go to the flooded cave. Yeah, so we're gonna just go ahead. Alright, I got interrupted. I got attacked. Looks like I might be okay. Attempt to flee, 42% chance. Yeah, I think we're ready. We'll capture this, and then we'll hopefully I don't know what this guy is though. Rathoon. Oh, that's the dudes that are supposed to be attacking. And shift to the ground. Stop in the water. They've lost the wind. Alright. I guess I will start moving fast so that you can... Shit, what the fuck are they doing? I'm gonna turn around, get them on my short range side. Oh, of course. Why do I keep on... What's up with this? Okay, well, I didn't get any damage on them before that happened. Didn't expect that. Usually they try to... Oh shit, they're tall. We're like you said, the stern. Okay, these guys are beasts. I hope everyone survives.
Better try something else.
Fanatic, Raider. Alright, one down. 2 down.
That's not very helpful.
You can't win. How you like that?
Alright, so that was luckily an easy one. Don't got any coins, so... I mean, I did forget that I'm basically going through the Ashen Maw, but... Here, we're gonna go to the Plague Ship for then. He's trying to come in. Get me, man. The hell? Alright, the horizon of the ship comes into view. Sails furled, shipless up on the water's Plague Ship. It cries with the forefinger jabbing sea. Many strands of the sail. Are we going to in, Captain? It could be something worth trading for. Yeah, it would be in pox. Spyglass. Survey decks. A few deckhands appear to be taking the ships and cargo. Yeah, there's nothing to be done here. Stay clear. Moral gained. Alright guys, so I'm wading my way through. They all have it. Let's see if we can... Yay! Does anyone else have it? No one else has it. So it did work. That's the fix. I just wanted to show you guys that because that was super annoying and can definitely ruin your game if you're like completely confused and unable to do anything. Alright, let's get back to Nakataka. Motherfucker, I got intercepted by Road Deadfire. Sailing offers welcome reprieve from Mori Kazi until the silhouette of an advancing ship grows clear of the sight. The wind's turned against you, a pursuer while equipped to tie and jump close to the distance heavily. The flag of the Road Deadfire Company waves proudly. Placard on the hull identifies the benevolent edges. Loud percussion followed by a splash of water announces that it can't fall. Fired across your bow. Stand down, prepare for inspection. Commanding voice billows over turbulent shout. Parlay. No, I'm down with fighting. Fuck you guys. Alright, so we're gonna go attack these guys. He's a level 9 rogue. 600. Ooh, so they are better equipped. You successfully escaped the pursuer. There we go. Back to this. Okay. Alright. Going to the Serpent's Crown. We're gonna turn in 2 quests. And hopefully, I mean, very, very hopeful here, it's fast. Doing the latest quest first, then we're going to do the other quest where we talk to the dude. One was like that Koiki island, and then the other one was the other one. The one I actually just was landing on to fix the Gina's slow step. Should have changed my... I should have looked at the quest to see what the recommended characters are. Yeah, this Tikadu is made for both. Alright. Well,
my scouts tell me that you sail from Oriokoiki.
Oh my god. Queen raises her brow.
Do the Wahaki pay the crown obeisance in whatever eccentric form suits them?
I rest her chin on her fist instead of you. You can look forward to Wakagi's support when the need arises.
You have united the Huana with our missing limb.
For once, she allows herself a deep, genuine smile of gratitude. Major positive reputation gain for the Juana.
Prayer and the wisdom of Cahoba will help steer my next course. I will send for you in time. Speak freely.
Alright, there we go. So nice to have my party moving back like they were. Alright. Down the stairs. Then we gotta go downstairs one more time. Or did I already do enough? I guess I did enough. Alright, let's get over here. Might as well not change the screen right now, because I'll be talking to this brother chief soon.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say. Have you found Matario Cozy?
That place. Give rubbing a riddle on the island pointed the way to Kaizu. Okay, your expedition never made it off of Mori Kaizu.
I sent good women and men to die in the name of the tribes and in a vague hope. May Ngati thank them for their courage and Wodaka for their loyalty. May they return to us as Rangas.
Raises a shaking hand to touch his lower
What
brow.
of their findings, Watcher? Did they recover anything? Anything about Ukaizo?
Found this ancient Juana navigational chart. Prince accepts his chart in silence, holding it to the light and pondering over every detail with interest. His hands tremble as he holds the paper.
An unusual accounting of the isles, I say. Each one measured in relation to
Kaiser. Do you know what you need to find?
If I did,
whatever.
My sister would hold a parade in your honor. Ngati is one to throw obstacles in our path. But I say that an outdated chart is better than none at all.
Anyway, while you rolls up the parchment, tosses you a heavy pouch of coins, which isn't really that much, not even a 2,000. Sailing on charted waters isn't cheap.
Akira, here, for your expenses.
Okay, so now I got exactly 2,000.
When we know enough, my sister will finance a fleet-wide search. Not for breadcrumbs, but lost Ukaizo.
I was in trouble with Rory Deadfire Company on open seas. The barcloth was a message for Wakaki to deter any visitors. Let's do the first one.
Akira, they will not let you escape with what they could so easily steal. But will they not find the original chart as unprotected as a Reparo food pile?
Assuming they survive the jungle, probably. Guess I should have destroyed it. Say nothing.
Even with the help of the gods, our task was unlikely before these complications, I say.
Reggion, eager to change the topic. Barcloth was a message from Wakagi
For what do they protect Matario Cozy, when its knowledge could help all Juana? One day, I will have words with their Ranga to settle our differences.
Nothing more to report.
This is much to learn in a day. Even for this warrior, I sent the expedition to their fate. And those who followed. Death is on my conscience this day.
She's never far from mine either.
May all who fell on Matario Cozy slip through the eel's jaws. Juana, an outsider alike. But on to brighter times, I say. If Ukaizo can be found, then so too will the hopes of our people be made manifest.
The mask of grief breaks under the pall of
Too much
broad
has
smile.
happened for you to waste words with the royal brother. From now on, you work with Onikaza as an honored guest of her rooftop garden. Only, be kind to her cats.
Been a pleasure working with you.
You say this now, but Onikaza pays better than her royal pinch fist of a brother. May the wind caress your sail.
That's your shoulder nuts. Hey! Alright, cool. That was the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.